Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the cabin.
Once again, one of the three in that intro with you this morning at the cabin. Lecter and AJ. I'm trying to keep calm over here. AJ's in a full-blown panic.
Yeah, I have so much toilet paper in my house, it's not even funny. I'm sleeping on a bed of toilet paper right now.
I don't know if we should make jokes about that. I don't know.
If we can't make jokes about the coronavirus.
That's, yeah. What can
we joke
What else
about?
are we talking about?
Exactly. Obviously, it's the biggest news in the world right now.
If you make jokes about anything else right now, people are like, how about some relevant content?
Yeah. Come on, this was so last night.
Get with it. Coronavirus is what's happening.
Yeah, I don't want to discredit it with jokes.
No.
But that's how I deal with very serious things going on in the world.
That we,
I make jokes on
have a marginal understanding of.
Yeah.
AJ, I never thought I would say it, but of course, most of us have learned that President Trump has banned travel from Europe to the U.S.
Which is wild.
And we know that Mr. Ollie Williams is in that vicinity, across the pond, what was formerly Europe.
Yes.
Again, I never thought I'd say it.
A month or two ago would have been the EU, but...
Thank God for Brexit.
Yes, thank you, Brexit.
Actually, I don't know if it's even officially done yet. Might not have any bearing on it whatsoever.
I think it's enough in the process.
It's enough down the pipeline?
That Ollie is free to come over.
All right.
So he's on his way.
Come on home, Ollie.
We'll see if he makes it.
Mornings at the cabin, the podcast.
Lecter and AJ with you. Jesse taking the morning off, possibly because of fears. Just fears in general. He gets a little spooked sometimes.
He doesn't seem like the type.
Doesn't seem like the type to get spooked?
No, he's always calm, collected.
Good point. Minus 27 in Yellowknife right now. Minus 36 with the wind chill. Going to see a high of minus 19. Periods of light snow. And tonight, more light snow. Ending overnight. Then cloudy. Low of minus 25. Wind chill near minus 34. Very excited. We won't start off by talking about coronavirus. But, we're going to have to...
We're going to have to address
get it out of our system.
Diseased elephant in the room.
That's right. I was thinking about that the other day. Now you already got me getting into it.
Sorry.
I've seen the word disease used a lot
with
regards to coronavirus. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it felt like that's inaccurate, or is that just like a word that we've kind of moved away from in general because it has such negative connotations? I don't know. I've seen it used by, official government types, and I've just been, it's kind of struck me and stood out to me as is that accurate?
It is a disease.
It is a disease.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
It's referred to as a virus, but it is a virus is a disease.
Okay. It's just the same.
From what I know.
I'm just being oversensitive is what you're saying.
It was perfect because I'm reading something right now that actually uses the word disease in relation to COVID-19.
Okay.
So that's on the WHO
all right, well, we're
website.
into it now, so let's just stay on the topic. Like we said right off the intro, if you're not talking about coronavirus, you're just not being very relevant.
It's a sexy topic.
It's not the word I would have chosen, but I know where your head's at, and fair enough. Yeah, so, to take stock of what's going on, Trump has banned travel from the EU. The EU has understandably condemned that decision.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA has suspended
the league.
The league,
so they're okay. I don't know if you've seen the video, but Rudy Gobert, he's on the Utah Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah, he's 7 foot tall. He's an incredible human being.
Right.
And he gets up off the table after a press conference or an interview after a game, gets up, and as a joke, oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Touches all the mics. Now, the NBA released something saying that the media needs to stay at least, I want to say it's more than 6 feet. I want to say it's 8 feet away from all the players at all times.
Right.
Because...
yeah, there was a joint release between the NBA, the NHL, MLS, and one other league. I can't remember which one it was. But originally the media had to stay 6 to 8 feet away from players at all times. And then at the very least, the NHL, like the next day, was like, all right, just no media access to locker rooms in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just shutting that down. I imagine the players were like, oh, okay,
Sweet.
something good is coming out of this. All
finally.
right.
Get out of my face. And I think part of it is because of microphones, right? I mean, I don't want to alarm you, Scott, because we're talking into one right now.
Oh, God.
But they are a hotbed of bacteria and disease. Just because you're talking and spitting, blah, blah. Anyway, so Rudy Gobert, don't look into it too much. You won't see them.
Okay.
Out of sight, out of mind.
They can see me.
They can see you, and they're keeping a close eye on you. So he gets up and he touches each mic as a joke and then leaves the room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, turns out he has coronavirus.
Probably got it from one of those mics.
Probably, yeah. Like I just said, mics are not a good thing to be touching when something like this is going on. So anyways,
the delicious irony.
So he has coronavirus, and they said, well, that's no more basketball.
Yeah.
So they've suspended the league. There will be no NBA games, I believe, for the next 2 weeks.
Right.
But they'll be monitoring it, and it could go longer.
Yeah, and this is all really transpired so quickly. The changes in how we're addressing this and how, leagues like this are moving forward. As of, just earlier this week, there was talk, actually last week, there was talk about possibly playing games in empty stadiums, which I guess the NCAA
it's
already happened. I know like the San Jose Sharks decided in the NHL they were going to do that. I don't know if any other NHL teams have taken that step.
Yeah, I don't know about NHL, but I know there was a women's national soccer game that was played with no fans.
Right.
And I know there's a couple other soccer games over in Europe were played with no fans. And then the NCAA March Madness. I think they'll eventually get to the point where they follow suit with the NBA and just suspend the whole thing. But right now the plan is to continue on with March Madness, but with no fans in the audience.
Right. Which is, and it's just crazy how much it's changed and how quickly this virus has spread. One of the notable quotes that came out last week was when these memos went around, the NBA specifically saying that teams should be prepared to play in empty stadiums. LeBron James, arguably the most popular athlete in the world, said, I won't do it. I won't play. Now, less than a week later, the decision has been made to suspend the season. I assume, for an indeterminate amount of time. And I saw a tweet from LeBron saying, man, we're canceling sporting events, school, office work, et cetera, et cetera. What we really need is to cancel 2020.
Classic.
Damn, it's been a rough 3 months. And still, he's just saying what we're all feeling.
When in
quite
doubt,
frankly.
Rely on the nearest meme to you. That's a good one to go with.
Not a meme.
Yeah, but that's from a meme, right? Every year this happens.
Is that from a meme?
Yeah.
Is LeBron just regurgitating?
My 2018, and it shows like a picture of a car crash or something.
I would like to just reiterate a very good point that Jesse made the other day, which is that there's a lot of feelings going around that all of this is happening because of the media causing mass panic. Let's be clear. The media is not the ones causing the mass panic. The mass panic is happening because very, very legitimate official organizations like the World Health Organization are very concerned about this.
Yes.
They have actually officially called it a pandemic now.
Yep.
They were kind of holding off on that for a while, I think for as long as possible, to try and not spread mass panic, but they have officially made their statement that, yes, they are classifying this as a pandemic. The media, to be fair, maybe is not doing the best job of what the media is supposed to do, which is relay this information to the general public. But
in a responsible way.
In a responsible way,
There's been a couple
exactly.
outfits, excuse me, that their headlines have been a little misleading.
Yes.
To go out and do this.
Yeah, because it's attention grabbing.
Because it's attention grabbing, exactly. Yeah. But, this is serious. You should take this seriously. Don't panic. No matter how serious this gets, panicking will never help.
No.
It'll only hurt other people in the process.
Yeah.
So, there's no reason to panic, but take this seriously. Wash your hands. Be aware if you're touching your face all the time. Be aware that you're touching public surfaces. Just be aware.
This would be a perfect time for a Woody from Toy Story. This is a perfect time to panic soundbite, but I don't have it queued up. So instead, we will just play some music and I'll just try to relax.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
And now to take a hard right turn from your world coronavirus news. A local man, or should I say a local bro with the sick flow, or a formerly local bro, as I just found out seconds ago. I'd like to keep rhyming, but I think I'm out. I think I'm tapped out.
I think you're out too. I think you're grasping at straws.
Logan Andrew, who many people are familiar with. AJ right here.
One of them.
Good friends?
No, not really. But I grew up with him.
Good acquaintances.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We were around each other quite a bit growing up.
Okay. He took part in a festival. I assume it's an annual festival, which is terrifying, in Australia. In Curry, Australia, called Mulletfest.
I believe it's been going for 3 or 4 years now.
There's a full story you can read on cabinradio.ca. Pretty cool, actually. So I guess he's grown up, basically with a mullet. He mentions in the story, he cut it off when he was 24 for a girl. Big mistake.
I remember that.
Yo, do you?
Business Logan.
Tell us.
Tell
us the story, AJ.
It was a nice, I'd say it was probably a number 3 down the side.
What, sorry?
A number 3.
What does that mean?
Buzz cut.
Oh, okay.
Down the side. And then a little more length
as you may tell, I'm not super familiar with haircuts.
Here I am saying haircut terms to a guy who's never cut his hair in his life. And it looked good. But he started growing his mullet back years ago now.
Okay.
And it's just been getting longer and longer. And honestly, I feel like he's a little more himself.
Yeah?
He lives the life of a mullet owner.
He's happy.
Oh, he loves like extreme sports and anything with a motor in it and doing crazy stuff that kind of pushes the limits a little bit.
Cut off jean shorts.
He loves cut off jean shorts. Hawaiian shirts. Like the guy lives the life of a mullet.
Right. And apparently to the point where he's got a small crew called the Mullet Mafia.
I'm not surprised. This is news to me, but I'm not surprised. And might I say, Logan is just an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's very, very nice.
Well, that is redeeming. Yeah. I mean, generally a mullet as a haircut doesn't necessarily, and you know what? It may just be because we're not giving it enough of a chance. There are probably lots of people with mullets who are absolute sweethearts deep down.
I've seen a couple videos from people who were also entered in Mulletfest.
Yes.
And they did say a big part of the challenge is the negativity from society.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming down on them hard.
Yeah. Well, because you got this whole, that whole legacy of 1980s pro wrestlers to contend with.
Yep.
You got that whole macho image.
Yeah, that was quite popular then.
Oh, yeah.
And then it kind
of... Right through the 90s.
I wouldn't say it went
Billy
away.
Ray Cyrus.
Oh, of course.
There's a lot to compete with here.
Yep. Yeah, every era had a spot in society for mullets.
Yeah.
They always had their spot.
That's right.
I've actually got the categories here for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Which I think you'll get a huge kick out of.
All right.
The 2020 Mulletfest judging categories are as follows. Junior, 0 to 3.
I mean,
I don't know.
If there's a time you can get away with it and
the thumbnail is just
not really affect your life that much.
Little baby girl. She doesn't even have a mullet. So junior, 4 to 7 years.
Okay.
Thumbnail is a guy sporting a spider web.
Right.
Cut in the front.
Okay.
Party in the back, obviously.
Spider web cut. Wait, what's that?
Like looks like a spider web. Like they put like lines through his hair. He has like a buzz cut.
He has a butt like on top of his head?
Yeah. It looks like a spider web.
Is that still a mullet?
With party in the back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of length in the back.
Okay. All right.
It's bordering a skullet. If
yeah.
You know what
well,
that is.
yeah. Right.
It's bordering it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you can get creative at Mulletfest.
Yeah,
Why
course.
not? Yeah.
Of course. It's for the people.
Okay.
8 to 13, 14 to 18. Okay. Now we get interesting.
Okay.
Ranga. Ranga is an Australian term.
Sounds very Australian.
Yes, used for gingers.
Oh.
Now, there's a bit of controversy over Ranga.
Right.
It has become a very common term.
Okay.
So even people of the ginger code
will
refer to themselves as a Ranga.
Oh.
It originally came from orangutan, as they are an orange primate.
Eek.
So there's a little bit of some people like it, some people not so much.
Maybe it's like a reclaiming thing.
I think it's okay now.
Yeah.
I think the ginger community has owned it. So anyways, that is the category. The
ginger parliament has decided it is okay.
They sat down, they discussed it.
Accepted term.
You know what? Let's just own this.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well. Okay.
We have vintage over 50s.
Okay.
Which I think Northwest Territories, they've got a couple ringers up there that could do well in that category.
A lot of those 80s pro wrestlers now entering that category as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Grubby. Grubby is a category.
Okay.
This guy has beads in a what are they called? Dreadlocked mullet.
Yeah. Do they have like specific parameters for grubby?
I think you'd know.
Yeah.
I think if you took one look, you'd go, you're probably in the grubby category.
Okay.
If you're over 50s, you're oranga and you're grubby.
Right.
You could go home with three trophies. There's extreme. Okay, this guy's got a mohawk. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
International, which I imagine Logan was entered in. This is an Australian fest.
Yeah.
So he would go in as a Canadian.
Okay.
And then there's everyday. There's just your casual mullet.
Just your everyday mullet.
Woke up in the morning, slapped on your mullet, went to work.
Whatever mullet.
Whatever mullet indeed. So those are your categories for Mulletfest in Curry, which is the most Australian name ever.
That's pretty good.
Curry.
Yeah.
New South Wales. And Logan, I don't know if he ended up winning anything. But I mean, he went to Australia and he competed in a Mulletfest. So, hey.
Got to just hang out in Australia for a month.
Not your standard vacation.
Show off his pride and joy on top of his head. Yeah, why not? If you check out the story, cabinradio.ca, there's a picture of Logan in amidst competition. Right there is a guy right beside him that, if you're familiar with 1980s pro wrestling, looks a lot like Rick the Model Martel. Logan rocking a cut-off sleeve, ragged-ass barbershop shirt. Well done, sir. And, of course, the standard, the traditional cut-off jean shorts.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his pretty common jean vest over top of his cut-off sleeve shirt.
I imagine at Mulletfest, accenting is a big part of it.
Quite common. You'll see him in a, I'm going to call it a summer Canadian tuxedo.
Okay. Yeah.
Cut-off jean shorts, cut-off jean vest. Business in the front, party in the back.
On the words of the great Bubbles, that's greasy.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Lecter and AJ with you on Mornings at the Cabin. Still minus 27 in Yellowknife. Actually, maybe I didn't refresh my page here. No, minus 27. Environment Canada holding firm. Minus 36 with the wind chill. So if you're walking to work, just be aware. It's a little chilly out there. Your face might sting a bit. But we will see an eventual high of minus 19. So that's okay.
Wasn't it supposed to be warmer than that? I thought someone told me a couple days ago it was going to be like minus 6.
Well, but a couple days ago was a couple days ago, AJ. So many things can change in a couple days.
I don't think we even got close to minus 6.
No. I mean, like Monday and Tuesday were
nice.
I think probably around there.
Oh, okay. Maybe
it was so nice outside.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Give you that taste of late March.
This is the worst thing about March. It just teases you.
Oh, I know. And, hopefully, but I mean, that's like the wheelhouse right there. Stay at minus 6. Don't venture into like plus 15, plus 20.
Let's not do it again.
Stay right there. We'll all be happy.
Yeah, we have a lot of things that are made out of snow and ice at this time of year. So.
We do. One of which we will be checking out this weekend. I know you think we're going to say the Snow Castle because it's beautiful and we're here. It's very convenient for us here in Yellowknife. But no, we are going to be taking a little trip down to the South Slave, head into Hay River for the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament, March 13th to 15th. And, man, I am so excited for this.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
Been doing a little bit of reading on it. 10 outdoor rinks. And if you've never seen pictures of what the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament looks like, if you've never been down to check it out yourself, never seen any pictures, you just heard of it, honestly, Google Polar Pond Hockey, go to the website, polarpondhockey.com, and the big cover picture they have up there, it just looks amazing.
And they're big rinks.
They are.
They're not your standard, like, you've just shoveled off a little rectangle in the lake. Like, these are constructed.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against, the Snow King Cup rink.
Not at all.
Because the houseboat community here in Yellowknife does a fantastic job setting that up every year. It was kind of fallen by tragedy this year.
Bit of a touchy subject.
As was commemorated by a beautiful song by Baby Brian Wiedek. Then came the flood. Oh. Goodbye to fun.
All right.
Maybe we'll play that one again.
Yeah,
sometime.
I really liked it.
That was a good tune.
Very witty song.
If you missed that, a few weeks ago we got Baby Brian to come on the show, and he's doing songwriting classes as well over at Music Space. I assume that's still going on. And so he was like, "Well, we kind of had this thing happen where we need a lot of manpower to get this rink back up to playing capability." And of course, the Snow King Cup is just around the corner, so I hope that is going well.
This was a while ago too.
But
I don't know. I don't know rinks. I don't know how bad you can mess it up.
You can mess it up pretty bad.
Well,
pretty
the sounds
bad.
of the song.
Yeah. Once you try and flood a rink in -40, it's game over.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah. So he came in. He wrote a song specifically about the incident. We just combined the two, songwriting and outdoor rink demolishing. And I wrote a beautiful little song for us. But I don't think that is going to be a problem in Hay River. I assume they are ready to go. 10 beautiful outdoor rinks ready to go. And I could not be more excited about this. I was, like I mentioned, doing a little bit of reading. This tournament's been going on since 2007, which means this is the 13th annual iteration of the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament. Thinking, man, we've got a lot of really, really cool.
Actually, I think this will be the 12th because last year it didn't go ahead.
Oh, really?
Similar to the Snow Castle, It was too warm, and they were basically puddles. And they couldn't go ahead with it last year.
Right.
So I think people are itching to strap on the skates and get out on some pond hockey.
But I mean, I guess if it had to be canceled, then it didn't happen.
It technically didn't.
So is this, technically the 12th? Anyway.
It's not a landmark year. Wait till their 25th.
Anyway, it's a cool anniversary. And we had, a couple weeks ago, the 10th anniversary of the Dead North Film Festival. We've got now the 12th, arguably 13th anniversary of the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament in Hay River. It's Snow King 25 years of the Snow Castle.
It's crazy.
40 years of Folk on the Rocks coming up this July.
Even crazier.
Some really, really cool anniversaries of some really great events happening up in the north. But we will be heading down tomorrow morning, taking the drive and taking in what all is the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament.
I'm looking forward to the whole experience.
Yeah.
Even the drive down.
Honestly,
Sarah and I are driving down together, and we were talking I'm looking forward to this.
It's a beautiful drive.
Yeah, you turn your phone off, no one can contact you. You're not checking emails.
Yeah.
We're just going to listen to podcasts.
Leave us alone, Ollie.
Yeah. If anything, we're the one pestering Ollie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I like how you've made us feel special there.
I like to turn it around on him once in a while.
He needs it.
That's right. So we'll be heading down tomorrow, and if you are listening in Hay River, we're going to bring some merch with us because we're too lazy to ship merch.
Correct. So this is our chance. So we'll bring some stuff. We'll bring a few sizes. If there is something that you like, that way you can check out the merch. If we don't have your size, we'll just get your name and details, and we'll try and figure out the best way to get that merch in the Hay River hands.
Yeah. Bring down some order forms, and if we run out of sizes, which, we're so popular.
I'd imagine it'll be
AJ.
almost instantly.
So you can check that out. Come find us at the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament. We will be all around, taking it all in, getting some video, doing some radio cut-ins, and just having a great time. Looking very much forward to it. So we will see you tomorrow, Hay River.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin. Elvis Presley, Don't Be Cruel. The Beatles before that, I Want You, She's So Heavy. 8:30, AJ and Lecter with you on Mornings at the Cabin. Hey, AJ, did you know that Elvis narked on the Beatles back in the day?
That's so Elvis.
Right.
God, he's so rock and roll.
Even Nixon couldn't get rid of Beatlemania.
No.
But what can you do?
It's funny you bring that up. I watched Yesterday again last night. The Beatles kind of esque movie.
Okay.
You know where the guy, you know what I'm talking about? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah.
I watched it last night.
What'd you think?
I love it. And I always leave that movie singing Beatles songs.
You've seen it before?
Yeah. That's the third time.
Yeah, you were in the screening when we did the cabin radio, not cabin night, but we gave away tickets, and we had some free tickets to go check it out.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun,
and it's the kind of movie where I would recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it because it's fun.
Yeah, and it kind of revamps your love for the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, I always forget about the Beatles just because, time passes.
Forget about the Beatles?
Well, they're not in the front of your mind. Okay. I know they're in front of your mind.
I mean, most times.
Huge Beatles fan. But, as time passes, they kind of fade a little bit for me. And I'm like, oh, it's good to have these movies that, like, oh, man, they really were, like, the best.
Yeah.
They were it.
They were it.
Yeah.
They were it. I mean, not many bands get a mania behind their name.
And not many bands have that many songs that are like just so different and so unique and so simple and perfect.
Yeah, totally. Take that, Elvis.
You narc.
So we were talking about the Polar Pond Hockey Tournament, which, of course, we will be checking out tomorrow. We'll be heading down there and all through the weekend. Of course, lots going on here in Yellowknife. The Snow Castle is in full swing for Snow King 25. We checked it out. Well, I mean, we went down to the Snow Castle last week, went down again this week to visit His Majesty, the Snow King, to get an update on what's going on this weekend. So you'll have another video of the Snow King giving you a rundown of the events coming up for today, actually, tonight, right through to Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, full day of events as well. But we thought, that video hasn't been posted yet. So, AJ, you want to give everyone a taste, Mr. His Majesty, the Snow King.
Yeah, thanks there, Scott. Thanks there, Lecter. We got a lot of great things coming up here on Friday. We got the Tri-Continental. It's actually brought to me by a very talented Old Town legend, Pat Braden. Actually brought that one up to me and said, hey, Pat, I said, we need a guy on Thursday, Friday night. We need a band. He goes, oh, boy, I got a band for you, Tri-Continental. So we got them down there. They'll be going for Priscilla's Revenge. We'll be opening up for them. And then Saturday, oh boy, do we have a good lineup on Saturday. We've got the Bella Beats at 12:30, a bunch of young, talented ladies, and a couple boys in there, too. Don't forget about them. They're doing a great job down at Bella Beats. Then we got the Samba K's Club, Samba K's Social Club. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it sounds interesting. Patrick Jacobson at 2 o'clock, who's a very talented artist. He's frequented the Snow King and Snow Castle quite a bit. And then, of course, I can't forget to mention, 8 p.m., we got the Royal Ball, the Swingin' Pines, the jazzy group, the Swingin' Pines from the Yukon. And actually, I'm going to break character.
Okay.
One of the members of the Swingin' Pines is half of Soda Pony.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
A little Folk on the Rocks alumni coming back.
Huge fan. I love Soda Pony.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very talented guy.
All right, back in
character. And then they got the little burnt potatoes that'll be opening up for them. It's going to be a great night. Come on down to the Snow Castle, see Your Majesty, shake my hand, have a good time, and don't freeze your toes off.
Well done. Well done. I hope that wasn't disrespectful. I mean, he is the Snow King.
Are you kidding me? I hope it's flattering.
I mean, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, which is what people say after they imitate someone and then they're not sure if it was appropriate or not.
Yeah. I think I'm going to say it's flattering.
You know what? We were talking last week about Martin Rehak, who is well known up here as a frequent comedian, gracing the stages of comedy here in Yellowknife.
Very funny dude.
And we were talking about how we both kind of got the sense that maybe he was the next Snow King.
He's being bred.
The Snow Prince, if you will.
He's being brought up through the ranks.
I think you may have...
I'm telling you, man. And like
taken a step there in the hierarchy, my friend. That
20, 30 years.
That was bang on.
You blink right now and just zip forward 30 years. I don't even know if you could tell the difference between...
No, I mean you.
Oh, me.
That was beautiful.
Stop it.
Stop.
I'm blushing. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words.
Well, I mean, you got a battle on your hands because Martin, he wasn't doing an impression. That was
him.
Just natural.
He is naturally going to be exactly like His Highness.
Pure
Snow King.
Rehak.
Pure Rehak. Yeah, I'll never get there. I'll never get to that legendary status.
I don't know.
Just don't have it in me.
We just heard it.
Well,
it just came out.
That's just a little taste.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what's going on at the Snow Castle. Again, right tonight right through to Sunday. I promise the Snow King delivers it better than I just tried to. Just there. I don't know about it as well as AJ. That was pretty good. That was pretty crisp.
I think he does.
The video will be posted on the Cabin Radio Facebook page a little bit later on, perhaps today, I assume.
I think today is the day, but I don't want to say 100%.
So check that out, and we will keep checking in with the Snow King as Snow King 25 continues right through to the end of the month.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.